It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And in the studio with us this morning, Nicole Sipos, Indiana Borough Manager. We're talking with her, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Good morning.
Good morning.
Isn't it good to walk across the street with no coat on?
No, it feels like spring. It feels like we should be talking about summer projects, but we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. However, we're getting notifications from PennDOT now about public plans displays. They're starting to think about those sorts of things. And, well, town planners, you're always looking at let's assess the winter. How did we do?
Yeah.
And looking ahead to the spring.
That's our public works director will be working. Again, we just had this little conversation about PA American Water. They're doing tons of work in the borough. So hopefully we have a grant communication writer starting actually on Friday. So hopefully we can get some better communication out there where the projects are happening and around town, so people aren't running into construction when they're trying to go down the road. Yeah,
that's one thing about Indiana. There are plenty of alternative routes if you only know.
Yeah. So we're talking, that's a game plan and looking at the future. Our planner, Trajan Jones, he's still been working hard with our comprehensive plan, working on that. We're doing a zoning rewrite, so he's out there working with the public on that. I attended the school board meeting when they talked about Eisenhower, our horseman, last night.
Yeah.
So we're going to hopefully work with them while they figure out what to do with horseman, as a partnership with them.
It really is a wonderful asset for Indiana, that building itself, and it's a big part of the community.
It is. It is. So we want to make sure whatever happens down there, it's for the best of the community. So that's some of the things our planning departments have been involved in. I do want to update everybody. Last month we increased a fee. Our rates didn't go up, our real estate rates didn't go up, but unfortunately our utility bills, you'll see a new fee increase in March. So any borough resident, when you get your borough bill, it's going to be increased to up $4 from last year. So and that's just to help costs with sewer maintenance, and increase in garbage is going to go up $2 from $16.14 a month to $18.14. So that's just a reminder. So anybody that does that direct debit from their bank account to increase the cost, because we get a check and sometimes they forget to increase the cost and change the amount when they send the automatic payment.
It's kind of interesting. Yesterday we had this listing of 1962 prices. And we were reminded it ain't 1962 anymore.
Right, yeah.
Unfortunately, things keep going up in price. The cost keeps going up, and I guess you have two choices. You could wait and impose a big tax increase at the end of the year, or you could just collect the fees and
raise a little bit at a time. We're just kind of being proactive with knowing what's happening with waste management. Them moving from their plant, shutting down their Homer City plant to out there by Evansburg. So we don't know what the cost is to haul the garbage is going to be. We have a contract with them until that ends in 2024. So we have to just be proactive with
New
that.
contract will be coming. We see some other cities in western Pennsylvania that are getting huge increases from their trash haulers, and I know people are on edge about things like that. Those are things that are beyond the borough's control. But
that's right. So hopefully, we've had a good working relationship with them for years. So hopefully that continues. So
so that's one thing that you're looking at.
That's one thing. Obviously, the last month's council meeting at the work session, we went ahead and voted to move forward with a solar project down at the sewage plant, which is huge for this first time in this area for a commercial, not commercial, but other than a residential. So we are going to move forward and look to put some solar down at our sewage plant to help with offset 25% of our electric costs down there. It should be. It's going to be a couple months moving forward. We're working with a company called EIS. It's an energy independent solution is the name. They're out of Pittsburgh. So we're looking at some big savings down the line over 25 years, over $2 million in savings.
Yeah, Indiana County, as I said to Shireen Hess when she was here recently, Indiana County's become sort of a leader for Western Pennsylvania in solar power.
Yes, it's getting big. I learned a lot in this process. PA Solar has been working with us for probably the last year and guiding us through this process, and it is really taking off, with the solar panels and that. We try to actually look for it for when we were remodeling our borough building, but unfortunately we don't have the space, and you need the space to do this. And actually, it's a sewage plant. We have some land that we're going to have about 25 solar panels down there.
That's a big. That's going to change the whole look.
Yeah, it's actually where our sewage plant is. It's about a half a mile to a mile away. We have some land. It's just kind of an open area, brush area. So we're going to clear that off. So it's kind of an empty land that we kind of really haven't no use for it. So other than going to turn it into solar,
Now you do
solar
have
panels.
A use for it.
Yeah. Other than that, the big thing happening starting in March is obviously the borough renovation project that we've been talking about for a year now. That is going to start happening again. We will we'll be on here. We'll have plenty of information out. The code department and the administration department is moving across the street to the old magistrate office in the annex building. The police will still be located in the current building they are now. They'll just be moving down to the basement. So while the first floor is being renovated. So we'll have plenty of information out about that.
Yeah. Well, that planning process has been going on for quite some time now.
Yes.
Have the plans changed greatly from when it was first introduced to now?
It has. Unfortunately, when the bids went out, they came close to $1 million over bid. So cost of construction and really our general construction. So a couple things we had to go back to not the drawing board, but make some cuts and that. But most importantly, the HVAC system and the doors and the security and that is going to be upgraded.
And the wiring for internet and all of that.
Yes, yeah.
Catch up technology.
Yeah, just definitely catch up technology. Our phone systems are so old over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really going to be an interesting project. Now, it's going to take how long to do everything?
Close to, they're averaging probably a year, no earlier than a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So, and it's, we're working around, people being still in the building. Again, it's the best we can do right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But it's so needed.
It is definitely needed, and it's gonna, I give all of our employees some credit. We've all been working through this together and cleaning up the place. And when you've been at a place for the borough's been there for 50 years, like to go through and try to clean up just like a home, it's hard.
In that building, just the outside appearance of it, as the grime of the decades builds up.
It does.
And even on a brick structure like that, and it shows.
Mm-hmm. It does. And we are going to fix some, and the building is, again, it's, over 70 years old. It's taken a toll. It's, some things are starting to split. Things you don't even realize it's inside, that we have no heat or electric sometimes, or, heat or gas sometimes. So, yeah, it's due for an upgrade.
Well, that's a big project for Indiana Borough over the course of the next year, and we'll watch that unfold. And
so we'll have plenty of information out about what's happening.
Yeah, get a new dog bowl too.
Well, a new dog.
A new dog bowl.
Oh, maybe that should be in the budget for Axel.
We could probably get donations there.
Yeah.
What else is going on with Indiana Borough? That's a lot.
It is a lot, and right now it actually. It's probably coming up. We'll start talking about paving. I know a public works director was working with PA American Water to see what roads they're working on, because we don't want to pick a road to, think about paving if it's going to be torn up down.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a game plan. Vinegar Hill is a big discussion going to start coming up with the landscaping up on Vinegar Hill there. So we've been working with a consultant group on coming up with some ideas of, what to put up there since the goats did their thing. And
I was going to say, you're going to have the goats coming in again this year?
Well, if nothing grows back, hopefully we have a game plan for what goes up there, and maybe down the road we might need the goats to come back to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I say you ought to hire goats, paint on their sides some nifty little slogans, and then people will come by and pay admission to watch them do.
That might be a good idea.
Or money making going on right there.
Have the goats just around town. Have them go around town. If people are not taking care of their grass now, we'll just send the goats out.
Now, there is often, maybe every year, an effort to clean up limbs and yards and things of that nature. Is that going to happen again this year in Indiana?
That does. That mostly happens in the fall. So we'll look forward to that in the fall.
Okay.
After. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if people still did that in the spring or not, clean up their brush and things like that.
No, I think I'll talk to the public works director, but I think that's more in the fall. But we'll let you know if that changes.
Yeah, I know they do it in the fall with limbs.
Yeah.
And they do leaves one time and then
leaves,
limbs the next. And
so they might do a round of limbs after the winter. So we'll see what's laying around.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if folks have questions about what's going on in Indiana Borough, obviously the website, the Facebook page, that's good. Or they can get in touch with anybody with the borough and help them out.
Yes, our meetings are posted online, and again, we have a new communication grant writer starting on Friday, so hopefully things will start being updated a little bit more.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. You've given us a lot to chew on here this morning, Nicole. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Now, she's going to walk back over to the office in the beautiful sunshine of a Tuesday morning. AccuWeather says we're on the way today to 59 degrees with cloudy skies and a shower and a possible thunderstorm, but we've had a really, really nice morning so far. The clouds haven't really moved in all that much, and we are right at our projected high of 59. It's really climbing up rapidly here this morning. And Indiana County 911 remains clear. There's nothing new for us to report there. 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and it's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.